The deeds of surface warriors have helped keep this country free. From the War of Independence to the War on Terrorism, history is replete with the stories of their contributions, which have enabled surface naval forces to effectively defend the cause of freedom. Each year, the Surface Navy Association honors some of the individuals who have made an exceptionally significant contribution to the Continental Navy, U.S. Surface Navy, U.S. Coast Guard, or to surface Navy warfare as a member of the armed forces or as a civilian. SNA is proud to introduce the following individuals as our newest inductees in the Surface Warfare Hall of Fame. 10 June 1970,Ien Giang Province, Republic of Vietnam. Chief Gunner's Mate Robert Porter is patrol officer on a two-boat patrol while serving with River Division 513, Task Force 116 on the Giang Ton River. He establishes a night waterborne guard post in support of interdiction operations. After several hours of waiting, he detects activity in the underbrush near his boat. Just after he alerts his crew, a hand grenade lands on the boat and the bank of the river erupts in gunfire directed at his craft. Yelling, "Grenade!" he dashes through the enemy fire, picks up the grenade, and hurls it back onto the beach. The grenade explodes, showering the boat with shrapnel and wounding him in the face. Ignoring his injuries, he directs accurate fire against enemy positions until they were silenced. For risking his life to protect the lives of his shipmates, Chief Gunner's Mate Robert Oscar Porter was awarded the Navy Cross. April 1800, Rhode Island. William Henry Allen is appointed midshipman and serves aboard the frigate George Washington and Philadelphia. Promoted to lieutenant, he serves aboard the frigate USS Chesapeake in the Mediterranean Wars. In June 1807, off the coast of Virginia, his ship is overwhelmed by the HMS Leopard. Allen distinguishes himself by firing the only shot from the Chesapeake during the attack, which became known as the Chesapeake Leopard Affair. In October 1812, aboard the frigate United States, Allen takes part in the capture of the HMS Macedonian. Under his command, he sails the prize and her crew to New York. In July 1813, at the newly appointed rank of commander, Allen is assigned to the brig USS Argus as its captain. During a commerce raiding cruise near the British Isles, he and his crew take 19 prizes in only 31 days, a record that would not be matched by any other vessel in that war. During an engagement with the HMS Pelican, Allen loses his right leg but remains at his station until he faints from blood loss. The Argus loses the battle, and Allen dies 4 days later. The destroyer USS Allen of 1917 to 1946 is named in honor of Commander William H. Allen. 18 February 1968, Mekong Delta, Republic of Vietnam. Engineman First Class Robert J. Yared of the United States Coast Guard is the safety advisor for the United States Army Terminal Cat Lai. In the early morning hours, the terminal is attacked with enemy rocket, mortar, and small arms fire. During the barrage, a rocket strikes a barge carrying several hundred tons of mortar ammunition and is quickly engulfed in flames. The blazing barge threatens to destroy 3 other ammunition ships on which there were in excess of 15,000 tons of high explosives. Without regard for his personal safety, he exposes himself to the enemy fusillade as he helps extinguish the fire on the burning barge. His actions avert not only the destruction of the vessel, but also that of the entire terminal. For his gallantry in action, he is awarded the Army Silver Star. In addition, a Sentinel-class cutter is named in honor of Engineman First Class Robert Yared. October 1895, Newport, Rhode Island. Ellsworth P Birkhoff is the first Revenue Cutter Service officer to graduate from the Naval War College. He serves in the cutter service for 10 years prior. In November 1897, Birkhoff is assigned to the Arctic cutter USRC Bear, which is tasked to patrol the Bering Sea along the coast of Alaska. Just after reporting for duty, he joins a relief party to aid several whaling ships trapped in the ice at Point Barrow. Such a rescue had never been attempted while facing the Arctic winter. Birkhoff, along with Lieutenant David Jarvis and the ship's surgeon, Dr. Samuel Call, disembark at Cape Vancouver. The three men brave a 1,500-mile journey over land, bringing a herd of reindeer and provisions to the 265 stranded whalers. The epic journey becomes known as the Alaska Overland Expedition. It is hailed as one of the most perilous rescue missions in maritime history. This earns Birkhoff a Congressional Gold Medal. After taking command of the Cutter Bear and leading other expeditions, Birkhoff is appointed Captain Commandant of the United States Revenue Cutter Service in 1911. He serves in that same position for the Coast Guard when the two services merge in 1950. During World War I, he holds the temporary rank of Commodore, becoming the first Coast Guard officer to achieve flag rank. He also serves in prominent leadership positions for numerous organizations related to the Arctic region and shipping. After his retirement from the Coast Guard in 1919, Birkhoff joins the American Bureau of Shipping as vice president. He remains active and influential in the Bureau until his death in 1921. In 2006, the first Legend-class maritime security cutter is named in honor of Commodore Ellsworth P Birkhoff. October 4, 1985, Washington, D.C. Master Chief William H. Placket assumes office as the 6th Master Chief Petty Officer of the Navy. During his tenure, he is the driving force behind many initiatives to improve professional development and quality of life for American sailors and their families. He establishes easy, accessible training for Command Master Chiefs, ensuring they are well prepared for their leadership roles. He leads equal opportunity for women and integration throughout the force with an emphasis on eliminating sexual harassment. Placket enforces the high-year tenure policy to ensure sailors continue to advance through the ranks. Along with his wife, Karen, they host the first spouse conference to address areas of concern for Navy families. As a result, a new OPNAV instruction is issued with details for operating the Family Advocacy Program and establishing many programs that are still active. Placket says, "The challenge as Master Chief Petty Officer of the Navy is to face that new situation, deal with each with dignity, and overcome the problem." In addition, he says it takes being able to stand up to the CNO or any flag or captain because you hold those individuals in high esteem and say to them that they are wrong. That's what this position is for. He retires from the Navy in September 1988. Bachelor enlisted quarters at the Naval Training Center, Great Lakes, are named in honor of Master Chief Petty Officer of the Navy, William H. Placket. December 14, 1944, Camp Robert Smalls, Illinois. Vice Admiral Samuel Lee Gravely, Jr. is commissioned as the first African-American officer from the Naval Reserve Officer Training Course. As an ensign, his first duty is Assistant Battalion Commander for new recruits. A pioneering naval officer, he serves aboard the submarine chaser PC-1264, which is one of only 2 World War II experimental ships with a crew of mostly African-American sailors. He returns to reserve status in 1946. After President Truman issues an executive order to desegregate the armed services in 1949, Gravely is called back to active duty. He is initially assigned as a Navy recruiter with a focus on recruiting African Americans in the Washington, D.C. area. He continues to serve a 38-year Navy career that includes many distinguished accomplishments. He serves in leadership roles on numerous naval vessels. Simultaneously, he paves the way for diversity in the armed services by being the first African American to serve in a number of command positions and ranks. These include commander of 4 U.S. Navy warships, including 1 in combat conditions, ultimately achieving the rank of Vice Admiral and command of the U.S. Third Fleet. He retires from the Navy in August 1980 after serving as Director of the Defense Communications Agency. Among his awards are 2 Legions of Merit and a Bronze Star. In 2009, a destroyer is named and christened in honor of Vice Admiral Samuel L. Gravely, Jr., and the Samuel L. Gravely, Jr. Elementary School in Haymarket, Virginia, is named in his honor. Courage, vision, commitment to mission, common traits among uncommon individuals who have earned history's respect and who honor us all by their distinction as Surface Navy warriors. SNA is proud to add these 6 outstanding individuals to the Surface Warfare Hall of Fame.